people, welcome to Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. On today's episode, I'll be sanding on Project Blazer. It's 8 a.m. and some of you aren't believing the temperature ratings out here. And as you can see, I've got the one that I normally show you hanging on the wall. Right now, it's 62 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius-ish. I'm going to show you this other one just so you know I'm not messing with your heads. The other one's over here on my front porch. Remember the other one said 62 degrees. So that's not a lie, right? They're both reading about the same. This one's always in the shade. There's always shade out here from the trees and junk and the awning, so this is an accurate reading. So when I'm placing this thermometer on the ground or on the metal, it's because it's relevant. That's the area that I'm working. Not out here in the shade, not up there on the porch. So when it says it's 165 degrees on the ground or on the ride, I'm not lying to you. That's where I'm standing at working, people. So today I'm gonna sand this down. And there's a few reasons why. Like here in the back, where I sprayed too much on, it kind of got some lumpy bumpies in it and junk. Actually, where the beads fell off. And if you've watched some of these episodes on painting before, you'll know what I'm talking about. As you're spraying it, it atomizes and comes out like beads, and then they all stack on each other. Once you hit the pinnacle, it runs. And the pinnacle is also where the shine's at. So sometimes you put too much material on and the beads will fall and you'll get these little voids. Joe calls them fish eyes. And the paint's a little bit rough down the side because we sprayed it on so thick. Anyway, I'm going to sand it all with 220 grit. So take a look at it. It'll look a little dull, maybe a matte finish when I'm done. I'll come back and show you. You want to use like sanding blocks, no power tools, and never, ever, 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 ever sand edges, any edge. Because the second you go over it with the sandpaper, you're going to rip a big line down it. So stay away from the edges. This edge, that edge, any edge. Do not go near edges. Just sand around them. Alright people, I've got a piece of foam here and I'm wrapping my wet dry sandpaper around it and using a spray bottle. Spray down where I want to sand. And especially with a new piece, you don't want to start right on like a corner detail. Just want to lightly bust it down. And I always try to keep my scratches going horizontally. That way when the paint falls, it's got like little micro terraces to sit on. So I'm going to keep doing this and knocking down the fish eyes until I get a smooth surface. I'll probably have to go over it a couple times, but this is something you have to do. Your mind's going to tell you, oh, don't sand the paint, but you want to knock down all these little lumps and bumps. Alright people, 2 hours have passed. It's now 10 a.m. and I've sanded pretty much the entire truck. I'm going to go over it again because I still see some shiny spots and I'm grubbing on this power bar. Barry even came outside. The dude knows when it's gonna look at him. Walk around it, dude. Stupid. The heat affects everybody, even Bear Dog. 2 hours later, the temperature has doubled. I'm gonna go show you the other one just in case. It's 80 degrees. But I'm not standing in the shade. Now this will continue to go up, but wait, the ambient air temperature will get hotter. So, let's go let Bear in. Are you a hot dog? Yeah, it's hot out here in the sun. Wow. Wow, man. You ready to go inside and get some munchies or something? Come on, dude. Now, before I go back over it again with the sandpaper, I'm going to spray it down with the old spray bottle and wipe it off. Get all the dust off. So it's easier for me to see what's where and what I have to work on and sand more. When you're wet sanding, it kind of leaves a dusty residue behind and it's kind of hard to tell where you need to sand again. So you got to wipe it down anyway before you paint it. And that's just a step I'm taking now anyway. 2 birds, 1 stone. Now this is going on the second sanding. And I want you to pay particular attention to this point. This is one of the spots where I welded up the hole and Joey applied some Bondo body filler. you can see it bulging out in the paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this area with the 220 grit. When I come back, I'm going to show you this exact same area, and you're going to see the difference. Had I sprayed paint over that, that's still going to show. So what I'm going to try to do is level it to all one level and come back and show you what it looks like. 90 degrees in the shade. 138 in the sun where I'm standing. Trust me, the sweat's pouring off me like I'm a sprinkler. Anyway, I have to show you what the end result was. And there you go. I've almost got down back into the Bondo, but the object is that once the paint goes over it, water will simulate paint. There isn't any rough edges for the paint to fall on, therefore you won't see them. It'll blend it out. Now, neither one, Joey nor I, are perfect at body work, and this specifically is what some paint shops will say by using your paint as a primer. You just sand it down like that, and I recommend using 220 grit. Now I've got to wipe this whole thing down, and since it's so hot, I'm gonna shoot it. The final goat, the final frontier. I got a little bit more sanding to do, then I'm gonna paint this pig after I get something to drink, because man, I am seriously hot. Alright people, I'm getting ready to paint this thing. I've got it blown off. While I'm thinking about it, and I've been talking about doing graphics on it, I'm gonna flash you a picture of something I took off the internet at somebody else's ride. But it has a roll cage in the back, similar to what Joey's talking about building. This is what this truck looks like, and these are the side scallop ideas I thought about. Now it's a little rough, but you get the idea. And then there was going to be a V on the hood to complement these scoops, but that's something I wanted. Joey doesn't necessarily want that, and of course they would look okay black, but everybody does black and red. That's why I chose white. Plus I have white paint here. And I could paint the rims white or black, either way, but I don't think Joe wants to do that, so that's why I spent so much time sanding on the ride. So if it stays red, then it will be red. So on to painting. 140 degrees, coat number 1 is done. I'm gonna paint it one more time because there's a couple thin spots, but there's coat number 1, man. It got redone, the tailgate, front and back. Joe made it home, time to see the finished product. And I showed him the little picture that I was doing, and with the little modification. Let's throw up Joe's modification to the idea for the stripes. Here it is. Joey joined the two stripes together rather than having them separate like mine was. Here's mine, there's Joe's modification, and we plan to transfer it to said vehicle. Look at the shine coming off of that. Oh, not bad for safety paint. Oh, there's some reflection. See, there I am, doing a little dancey. Looks pretty good. Everything came out all right. Happy with it. We'll see what happens when we add the scallops. Praying Mantis landed over there, and it's so hot out here he cooked. Thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod.
There'll be more to come, so keep watching. We love everybody. US, Canada, Australia, Germany, everybody. Everybody! Japan, we love you all. Everybody! Got it? So no more segregation, we're all the same now.
Said we hate Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So fuck you, Mexico.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Peace out, baby.
Brazil rocks, Mexico sucks.